All right, let's talk about a little bit of technique stuff. We're going to talk about handgun grip. So, you got your handgun in front of you. What do you do to properly grip the gun? So, first, figure out what your hand dominance is. If you're ambidextrous, just pick your right hand. I'm going to use my right hand because I am right hand dominant. So first, I'm going to use the web of my hand and bring that all the way up into this beaver tail. Get that nice and high up into the grip. If I'm low on the grip, the gun is going to want to recoil out of my hand more. So I bring it nice and high up into the beaver tail there. These 3 fingers are going to fit underneath the trigger guard here. Get nice and high up underneath there. You don't want them low, you don't want them like that. You want them nice and high up underneath the grip. Make sure that you keep your trigger finger nice and high up onto the frame or onto the slide. Then keep your thumb up nice and high and neutral. What you don't want to do is you don't want to try and grab the gun low like this with your thumb, because that's going to prevent you from being able to put your support hand on top of the gun. So keep that thumb nice and high, keep it neutral or whatever else, just don't keep it on the gun. We're going to take the heel of our hand here. We're going to fold that onto the rest of the gun, trying to keep it as rearward as possible. What you don't want to do is you don't want to try and get really high up onto your own hands and grabbing the gun with just a little bit of the skin here. You want to really try and grab as much contact area here. In this case, my grip is tan, so any of the tan portion that I can grab, I want to grab that there. Once I've done that, my thumb should be nice and forward here. You can keep it kind of, I try not to keep it low, I keep it nice, keep it matched with my other thumb and keep it nice and high off the frame, so it'll look something like that when you're aiming the gun. And making sure that these 4 fingers on my support side hand, those are high underneath the trigger guard as well. They shouldn't be low down here. I like to keep them nice and high up here so that I can be able to make sure that the gun stays in control with my hands and not disconnected from it. It should all move together. So once you've done that, you can get your sight picture. So take a look over at the wall, get our sight picture. We'll be able to point it with our optic here with whatever we want, or if you've got your iron sights, you're going to take a look at whatever's there, and then when you're ready, press that trigger back without disturbing the sights. You're good to go. You just made a shot wherever you needed to go. And that's the basics on good handgun grip.